I'm H.G. Tudor, continuing to analyse recent events vis-a-vis the narcissism that's prevalent amongst two of the main players, and particularly the gift that keeps on giving, Harry's wife. There are repeated instances where Harry's wife has had the accusation that she's been wired for sound. This was the basis upon which it was suggested that Harry and Harry's wife were ejected from the United Nations last year because they turned up wired for sound trying to get material for their Netflix docuseries. There's also the suggestion that when Inspector Gadget went to church at the Platinum Jubilee, she was similarly wired for sound. And it appears that she's at it again. You can see in the thumbnail that I've highlighted a rather unusual little square. Kind of looks like a belt buckle, but why on earth you would have a belt buckle underneath your skirt or underneath your dress? Well, you simply wouldn't. And therefore, unless she decides she turns into Batgirl at night and is wearing some kind of utility belt, that rectangular, nearly square obtrusion that can be seen underneath her attire suggests that there's something clearly there, and that it might well be that she's wired for sound. But let's first dive into some of the articles. Page 6, in an article by Leah Bitsky, states, "Just call her Harry's wife Michael," as in Mike, as in microphone. Critics speculated that Harry's wife had a secret microphone under her dress while greeting mourners at Windsor Castle on Saturday in the wake of Queen Elizabeth II's death. But an insider exclusively tells Page 6 the accusation is baseless. This is insane and actually damaging to her. Of course she was not wearing a mic, a source close to Harry's wife told Page 6 Tuesday. However, that response does bring to mind the response of Mandy Rice Davis when she was questioned over an affair with Lord Astor, and she said, well, he would say that, wouldn't he? Naturally, her spokesperson is going to defend her. The questions came, the Page 6 article details, after Twitter users spotted a mysterious square-shaped crease in the former Suits actress's dress as she walked beside Prince Harry, Prince William and Kate Middleton to view tributes left for the late Queen. Several people posted theories as to why Harry's wife, 41, might be wearing a mic pack, with some suggesting she could be gathering material for her Netflix docuseries. Marilyn007 wrote, "I can't believe she is recording this. She is just a vile and toxic woman. I hope King Charles has told Harry she is not to come to the funeral." One user pointed out the shape and tweeted about her concerns about what it was. Another shared the same photo and added, "Is Harry's wife wearing a mic to use the Queen's death for her Netflix reality show?" A third Twitter user called the possible hidden recording device the last straw. "I'm finally done. Harry's wife wearing a mic was my last straw," she wrote. "No more tweets about this pair until after the mourning period. I refuse to focus on anything but Queen Elizabeth." However, others pointed out that the speculation was inappropriate and likely untrue. "Nothing creepy about zooming in on a photo of a woman's clothing in this manner, not at all," a supporter tweeted in response to the criticism. Another chimed in, "Leave Harry and Harry's wife alone." Yes, the standard response of a sugar, "Leave Harry and Harry's wife alone," sits with, "You're a racist. You don't know them." It's the standard refrain, which of course is not based on any evidence whatsoever. The fact is that there is a suspicion, because of Harry's wife's behaviour in the past, that she may well be wired for sound. She's going to have photographs taken of her, because she's a famous person turning up at a famous event, and therefore it goes with the territory that you're going to be photographed. And it's not a case of zooming in on her. A mid-range picture of her demonstrates that you can see very clearly this strange square protrusion alongside her left hip. You're not zooming in micro detail to try and find it. Of course, all that people have done thereafter is say, look, there's something unusual when you look at the standard photograph of her. If we zoom in closer, we can see that there is definitely something there which is rather unusual. RadarOnline.com picks up the baton on this with the headline, Mysterious Device, Royal Fans Believe Harry's Wife Wore a Microphone While Mourning Queen Elizabeth. An article by Connor Samonte states, Royal fans and critics alike believe Harry's wife may have secretly worn a microphone while greeting mourners outside Windsor Castle over the weekend. On Saturday, as Prince William, Kate Middleton, Prince Harry and Harry's wife comforted visitors grieving the recent death of Queen Elizabeth, eagle-eyed viewers spotted a mysterious device subtly protruding from Harry's wife's left hip under her dress. Shortly after, speculation ran rampant regarding what the device could be, and after critics of Harry's wife claimed it was a microphone, social media users rushed to Twitter to slam the Duchess of Sussex for allegedly attempting to record the aftermath of the Queen's passing. The tweets referred to are similar to the ones that I've just mentioned. Although many rushed to criticise Harry's wife over the mysterious device, others defended the 41-year-old actress turned royal, suggesting it was either a medical device or potentially a security device worn for her own safety. /Gear continues with observation about it, with an article by Nadeem Sarwar stating, Royal watchers are convinced Harry's wife is wearing a wire. As the entirety of the United Kingdom remains in mourning following the demise of Queen Elizabeth, the tabloids and conspiracy theorists have gone full throttle at fanning out outrageous claims surrounding Prince Harry and his wife, Harry's wife, the Duchess of Sussex. The duo, who have been a target of scathing criticism even since they distanced away from the royal family, now find themselves the subjects of a bizarre conspiracy theory involving supposed hidden recording equipment. Images of Harry's wife are making rounds among conspiracy theorists who claim folds and creases visible on her dress are actually hiding a recording device and wires. Journalist Otto English compiled some of those claims and shared them on Twitter. There are also wild conspiracies suggesting that Harry's wife, who rose to fame with legal drama suits, was hiding the recording gear with her hair spread deftly across her shoulders. Angela Levin, biographer Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, tweeted an unsubstantiated claim that the beleaguered duo actually planned to bring with them a US TV station's crew to record the whole ceremony, and that those plans were foiled by Prince William inviting his brother to a walkabout. Australian tabloid 7 News claims to have traced one of the pictures used by conspiracy theorists back to a photographer named Chris Jackson. The media outlet seemingly fuels the flames by also claiming to have chatted with a video expert who supposedly remarked that in an age of wireless recording gear, the suspicions might turn out to be true. More sensible individuals have pointed out that the supposed wire was likely just a bra strap, and that the square object visible beneath her skirt's fabric may have been part of the outfit or even a medical device. This isn't the first time that such rumours about Harry and Harry's wife have surfaced online, and there is no shortage of other often more bizarre claims about the couple. In September 2021, Daily Mail UK also published an article with photos in which a device alleged to be a wired recording gadget was seen in Prince Harry's pocket. Back then, it was rumoured that the pair were recording their visit to a famous food outlet so that it could be used as part of their content production commitments with Netflix and Spotify. Varying views. You can see the picture, of course, in this video and make your own mind up. There's certainly something there. It isn't just a crease, it just isn't a fold. I think the creases and folds are on the back where they're talking about the wires, but here I'm talking about that square object. You can clearly see there's something there. But what is it? Is it part of a recording device? Is it part of the design of the dress? Is it a medical matter? Nobody will know for certain. But it does raise the possibility that it is a recording device. It's not a certainty. But the possibility becomes a probability. Why? Because of what Harry's wife is. Lacking boundary recognition, operating with a sense of entitlement, having no accountability for her actions, and of course no emotional empathy for those affected by her behaviour, i.e. turning what is a period of mourning to her own advantage by gathering recording material for her own show, is a shameless and classless act, but one that's entirely commensurate with the type of narcissist that she is. It has to be all about her, and her narcissism sees nothing wrong with utilising an occasion of meeting the public during a period of mourning and recording that material for her own use. It's akin to realising that she's turned up without some flowers and decides to pinch them off somebody's grave and hand them over as if she's bought them herself. Nobody knows for certain whether the recording device was being used, save her and her entourage. And of course, she's not going to admit it. Clarification will come in the docuseries in due course, whereby that may make it more obvious and apparent that indeed she was being wired for sound as she did these things. Nevertheless, whilst it's a possibility because there is something there, it becomes a probability because of the type of person that she is. And lacking the restraints and controls that a non-narcissist would have, her narcissism would see nothing wrong in walking around with a recording device attached to her. Actually, this doesn't mean that it's certain. It just means that it's a possibility that becomes a probability. And again, you're able to understand that probability by virtue of realising that this is a narcissist that's going on the walkabout, and the narcissist is more interested always in what works for them because of the nature of the narcissism than what matters to anybody else. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.